Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Heshima Moja, and this is another moment inside the Mojastic mind. Here with you on Saturday, May 30th, 2020. And I say that date so that we can mark that date, because we're standing in a moment in time that really signals major change. As we've seen, people have been rising up and responding to the vicious murder of George Floyd by police officers in Minneapolis, Minnesota. But also, really in response to being fed up with the constant hunting, murdering of black men and women here in the United States. And so, even though my intention was to come on to the show, onto this video, and talk about my music, my conscience won't allow me to do that. Because as an artist, it's my job to incite, to provoke thought, to inspire people to think about the creation of new worlds, of new realities, to look inside of themselves and examine the things that are deep inside, to question our identities, to question who we are and who we want to become. The great Pablo Casals said, "Yo soy hombre primero y artista después. Como hombre, mi primera obligación es defender la dignidad humana. Y lo haré a través de la música, la única arma que Dios me ha dado." I'm a man first and an artist second. And as a man, my first obligation is to defend human dignity. And I will do that through music, which is the only weapon that God has given me. So I'm here to ask one question. To those who would seek to quell unrest, for those who would question the tactics of people who have been tolerating abuse and violence and murder for 400 years at the hands of white supremacy and a racist system, racist institutions guided by the philosophies of white supremacy. My question is, what would you do? What would you do if you were watching your son or your daughter scream for air, cry for their mama? What would you do if you were witnessing your loved one being murdered in front of your eyes? What would you do if every time a loved one walked out the door, you weren't sure whether you were going to see them come home again? What would you do if no matter what a person did, no matter how good they were, or how hard they tried to do the right thing, opportunities were continually denied to them, continuously? How would you respond? How would you respond to people telling you to be calm? How would you respond to people telling you to be patient and wait for justice when you had appealed to all of the legal channels and employed all of the resources, is the word, that are afforded you constitutionally as a citizen of the United States, and they produced zero results for you, what would you do? How would you respond? Would you be patient? There were some people during the 1700s, somewhere around 1770, who began to express a great deal of mistrust of the British government. They took up arms and said, "Give me liberty or give me death." And we celebrate them as patriots, but we criminalize those who fight for their freedom. What would you do? This has been another moment inside the Mojastic mind. I hope you'll continue to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And I'll see you next week. Stay strong and do the work.